Hi, it's me, Douggie, back at it again with a small amount of Douggie lore. Today's video will be talking about a branch line, the Godred one to be exact. This is the only northwestern branch line that will get its own separate video, because the Godred line is basically its own separate railway from the northwestern. So, with that very awesome intro out of the way, let's talk about the Godred branch line. The Godred branch line was built in 1927 by the Sodor Power Company. The power company had at first thought of using the port of Arlesborough and the Mid-Sodor for the transport of their equipment. The port's equipment was decent enough, however, the narrow clearances on the mountain section of the Mid-Sodor railway was an annoying obstacle, so instead they made an agreement with the Northwestern Railway for the construction of a standard gauge branch line starting at Abbey. They had originally intended a narrow gauge line to connect with the Mid-Sodor. The engine built for said line was named Little Barford after the chairman of the power company, William Barford. The engine was a steam engine that then commissioned off of Kerr Stewart Company because the Mid-Sodor thought they were bros and made them an engine. Well, at least got someone to make them an engine. But after the power company got Little Barford, they just dipped. They just cut all contact. Damn, straight up, they are horrible friends, guys. We should cancel the power company. Oh wait, that's foreshadowing, guys. Haha. With this random steam engine they had no idea what to do with. They had considered selling it, but then, suddenly, an idea flew into the businessmen's funnels. You see, up at Godred, there was an aluminium mine. They thought the electric engines had no chance of getting up there. So, they decided to use the much smaller Little Barford to bring aluminium from the mines and transfer it to the standard gauge engines. Speaking of the standard gauge engines, there were two bought at this point. An NER ES1 named Pete, and an NER EF1 named Leonard. They, too, were named after higher-ups at the power company, Peter Jones and Leonard Angel. A junction station was built at Abbey. This junction was for the Northwestern Railway and Godred line to transfer passengers and goods. A station was also built at Godred. And also this bridge, it doesn't go over any rails though, it's just a normal bridge. Also this viaduct at Howen Lake was also built, because why not? As you'd expect from the company trying to make a hydroelectric power station, they did it. There was one built at Godred. There was also a dam built there. So yeah, basically business was booming. In 1932, Wallace, the NER EM1 was bought. He too was named after a higher-up at the power station company, named after Wallace Alexander. In 1945, the Mid-Sodor Railway shut down, ironically being caused by the Godred line. So, the Godred Aluminium fellers bought two of the three remaining engines. They bought a Kerr Stewart Tattoo class, named after Kerr Stewart himself, being called Stewart. Another one of the countless engines built for the Mid-Sodor Railway by Kerr Stewart, also named after Kerr Stewart, being named Kerr. In 1951, the Sodor Power Company got up to a small amount of tomfoolery. They replaced Pete. With whom? I'm sure you aren't actually wondering this, but I don't care. He was replaced by Beverley, the British Railways Class 78. Beverley was named after the wife of William Barford. In 1953, Stewart and Kerr were sold as the power company thought they were really overdoing it. It doesn't need three engines in their opinion. So, Kerr and Stewart were sold to the Skarloey Railway. In 1958, a station was built at Howen Lake. In 1961, the two NER electric engines left were sold. Since Beverley couldn't run a whole branch line by herself, weakling, a British Railways Class 83 was bought. His name was Alan, named after, I think you know who, it should be very obvious. That's right, Some random child called Alan. Nah, JK. He was actually named after a higher-up's son. In 1963, Dr. Beeching came. The branch line was shut down because of the Beeching cuts. Abbey was still used by the Northwestern, but not as a junction station anymore, obviously. The stations at Howland Lake and Peel Godred were ripped up though, lol. Lorries were used instead. Allen and Beverly were sold for scrap. Fucking idiots. Little Barford was going to be bought by the Scarloway Railway, however, they didn't have enough money to buy her, so Little Barford was also scrapped. Like a fucking loser. So yeah, that's basically the Peel Godred branch line. Or at least was. Anyway, okay, bye.